Trademarkia News.
Trademarkia News.
Trademarkia News, Episode 4, Trademarking the Unusual. Welcome back to Trademarkia News, your weekly program with the most funniest content-creating host ever who everyone knows, and I beat all the 13-year-olds because I'm so talented. Anyway, you can't find me anywhere. Today we're going to be talking about trademarking the most unusual things. We have a special guest. He's a comedian, entrepreneur, and musician, and his name is Johnny Jokes. Give a warm welcome, everybody.
Hey there, happy to be here.
Now, Johnny, as someone who successfully branded your jokes and created original music, what are some of the most unusual things that you've ever tried to trademark? I gotta hear this.
I once tried to trademark the sound of a snare drum hit that I use in all my jokes. I figured, why not own the sound that makes my audience laugh?
That's definitely thinking outside the box. Now, have you ever faced any legal challenges with your trademark requests?
Oh, definitely. I once tried to trademark a specific hand gesture I make during my performances, but someone claimed it was too similar to a gesture used in sign language.
Huh?
I mean, who knew my jokes could be so controversial?
Who didn't know you would say? Well, anyway, let's jump into the first segment. Segment 1, the weirdest things ever trademarked. Johnny, as someone who's always pushing the boundaries of humor and music, what are some of the weirdest things you've ever seen trademarked?
Well, I once heard of a company trying to trademark the scent of freshly cut grass.
What?
I mean, how do you even enforce that?
I guess we'll have to stick to trademarking things that are a little easier to define than smells, right? Now it's time to talk about the most outrageous trademark requests. Segment 2, the most outrageous trademark request. What are some of the craziest examples of this type of thing that you've ever seen?
I heard of a company trying to trademark the word the. I mean, talk about getting greedy with language.
I guess some people will try to trademark just about anything they can get their hands on. I mean, sounds about right.
Tell it to me. I tried to trademark my third husband, but he didn't want me to.
Speaking of the subject, it's time to talk about the legal challenges of trademarking the most unusual. Segment 3, the legal challenges of trademarking the unusual. And now for the legal challenges of trademarking the unusual. Now, what happens when companies try to trademark something that is too unusual or generic?
Yeah, well, as someone who's been through the trademark process myself, I can tell you that the trademark office doesn't mess around. I mean, if something's too generic or descriptive, they're not gonna let you trademark it.
Well, I guess we have to stick to trademarking things that are unique to our own creative talents.
Very difficult to become a millionaire with so many rules.
Segment 4, the funniest trademark requests. And finally, let's talk about the funniest trademark request out there. What are some of the most hilarious cases that you've seen, Johnny? Tell us.
Yeah, listen, I once heard of a company trying to trademark the sound of a cat meowing. I mean, talk about being a copycat.
I guess we'll have to stick to trademarking things that are more original than our furry friends, right? And that's a wrap on today's episode of Trademarkia News, our weekly program with the funniest and most creative content creator. I have like 2 videos up. And our special guest, Johnny Jokes. We hope that you enjoyed yourself, got a lot of laughs, and learned something. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. Tune in for our next episode.
Protect your brand with Trademarkia. Register your trademark on trademarkia.com.